It's time for your statewide Alabama weathercast.
Good afternoon, I'm meteorologist Drew McCombs with the Alabama Weather Network, and this is your Alabama forecast update for this afternoon. And we've got cloud cover kind of socked in across the state here. You don't really see hardly any sunshine coming through the clouds. There was some possibility we could have seen a little bit more sunshine in the southern part of the state today, but we've had this very thin layer of moisture kind of trapped beneath some dry air above it, a little bit of an inversion occurring. And so we continue to stay pretty much fully clothed in clouds across the state, and it's been a kind of a chilly, raw day out there. The showers have pretty much ended in central and southern Alabama, but I've had a few reports of a few flurries, a few sleet pellets in North Alabama, and we have some video of that from one of our sky watchers, Daniel Harbin, who was in South Huntsville here. So you can see a few flurries there. It's kind of hard to tell. They're so small and infrequent, but again, we've had a few other reports from some of our other sky watchers on that as well in the northern part of the state, but there are no impacts with this. There will be no accumulations, nothing to worry about, but just kind of cool to see there. So here's a look at your Skycam network, the Florence Renaissance Shoals camera there. It's at 35 degrees as far as the temperature is concerned. We've got gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Again, it's been a windy day across many parts of the state, and the cloud cover is the theme here. You can see that every camera we'll look at basically will be seeing lots of clouds. Same thing in Russellville. It's 31 degrees, so we're actually below freezing in Russellville. A lot of the places in the northern part of the state have struggled to move out of the 30s and 40s, and so we definitely are seeing a cold, sort of wintry day out there across northern Alabama. Huntsville, atop Monte Sano, is sitting at 29 degrees there. We've been in the clouds basically most of the day. You can see a little bit better right now than most of the day, but still mostly in the clouds atop Monte Sano. Region Center in downtown Birmingham, slightly warmer, but still in the 30s, 37 degrees with a dew point of 33, gusts up to 26 miles per hour, and again, fully overcast there across downtown Birmingham. Maplesville may be seeing a little bit more sunshine trying to peek through the clouds, but generally still overcast, 40 degrees, so slightly warmer as we move further towards the south. Fairhope, you can see the breeze definitely going, watching the flag there, gusts up to 25 miles per hour occasionally, a little bit warmer at 47 degrees, but you can see that chop there underneath those overcast skies across Mobile Bay. And then Orange Beach, looking not too bad there. Again, maybe seeing a little bit more blue kind of mix in with some of the overcast there, but generally still not much sunshine peeking through, but it is a little bit warmer at 51 degrees. So here's what we're watching for the rest of the day and through the next few days. Cold night ahead, so it's going to be cold tonight. How cold it gets is kind of up to how much cloud cover we keep around here. If we clear out some, then we will get colder. But if this blanket of clouds stays here, we may not get quite as cold. So we'll talk about the details of that here in a bit. More rain Thursday and Friday. The southern part of the state will get the most of the rain out of this, but a few showers at least possible in the northern part of the state with this next system. And then temperatures really going to stay below average generally over the rest of the week. And again, you can definitely see that in the northern part of the state today, where we're still sitting in the 30s. It's 36 degrees in Coleman, 35 in Huntsville. In fact, many places in the northern part of the state probably hit their highs earlier today and then have seen falling temperatures throughout the day, or at least steady temperatures. So it's one of those kind of days out there. It's 39 degrees in Tuscaloosa, 45 in Selma, so we got 40s further to the south. And Dothan's doing better than most anybody else at 57 degrees. Got a little bit more warmth in the southeastern part of the state, but still fairly chilly overall. Now, again, the wind gusts have been up there, not too bad, but 15, 20 miles per hour, pretty much across the entire state here, and that is creating a little bit of a wind chill factor. So it feels like 27 degrees in Hamilton, feels like 28 in Huntsville right now, feels below freezing across most of North Alabama, and feels like it's down in the 30s a little bit further south than it actually is. So again, you're definitely getting a little bit of a wind chill effect today, but nothing brutal, but just a kind of chilly day. Forecast lows for tonight. So again, these lows are kind of assuming that we see a little, at least some clearing, and maybe if we do, we could get down to around 20 degrees in Coleman and lower 20s in other parts of North Alabama, 26 degrees possible in Birmingham and 20s further south than that. However, if this cloud cover hangs tough, then we probably will see temperatures maybe 5 or 6 degrees warmer than that. So still fairly widespread freeze across most of a good portion of the state, but maybe not quite as cold if those clouds stick around. So again, that'll be something we'll be watching. So forecast highs for tomorrow, we do expect we'll see more sunshine tomorrow, although maybe not a completely sunny day. There'll still be some clouds here and there, but we should be able to warm up a little bit more into the 50s across a good portion of the state, 50 degrees in Coleman, 55 in Auburn, maybe closer to 60 degrees as you move down towards the coast. So again, we'll look at our future cast here. Now, this particular run of the model here is keeping us really in cloud cover throughout the night. And it also kind of nailed it as far as keeping us with cloud cover throughout today. So, we may kind of trust it a little bit that it might stay a little bit warmer than it could be otherwise tonight if this model does hold true here. But again, keeping cloud cover throughout the nighttime period, but still showing temperatures down into the 20s and 30s, but just maybe not quite in the low 20s in most spots. Again, as we get into tomorrow, we've got a little bit more sunshine trying to peek through, but there's still some parts of the state that might end up mostly cloudy or partly sunny, so maybe not full sunshine necessarily over the entire state for tomorrow. And part of that's because we'll have this next system starting to build in from the west. So early Thursday morning, some showers already starting to move in, especially again in southern Alabama is where we expect the better chance of rain on Thursday and Friday. Here's your Super 7 forecast. We've got the championship games for all the football programs across the state. On Wednesday, start off with some of the flag football games for the girls there, and then we've got the 7A football championship at 7. Basically, the games are at 11, 3, and 7 each day here, or each day of the next several days, Wednesday through Friday. And again, you can see temperatures on Wednesday getting into the low 50s. This will be the best day probably as far as the weather because you're going to get a little bit of sunshine and there's really not a chance of rain, but still kind of cool out there, and it'll be chillier as you get into that later game, the 7A championship game. And as we move to Thursday, then we start to bring in a little bit more chances of rain. And with this, it looks like it's going to be kind of an earlier part of the day that there could be some showers, and then maybe a little bit of a break before a few showers coming in on the later side of the day as well. Now, a lot of the rain again on Thursday is going to be south of Birmingham, so could get away with a mostly dry day here, but a little bit better chances at least seeing some rain. Good bit of cloud cover in place, but still temperatures getting into the 40s and 50s generally. Then on Friday, a little bit better chance of rain on Friday than the other couple of days. The temperature's still in the 40s and 50s, but good chance if you're going to the games on Friday, you're probably going to have some rain at some point. So I would say Thursday and Friday, bring the rain gear just in case, bring coats, things like that, just because it's going to be kind of chilly. But it's not going to be bone-chilling cold, but just a little bit chilly out there. But definitely at least have something around in case you get rained on. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast for North Alabama. So again, tomorrow looking nicer than today, but still kind of cool out there. And we'll see sunshine, but mixed in with probably some clouds here and there. And then again, Thursday and Friday, better chances of showers coming in, but North Alabama not getting nearly as much. The amount of rainfall will not be as much in North Alabama. And then Saturday, lingering showers possible, but starting to clear out. And then Sunday and Monday look pretty good. Looking like we'll get a little bit drier towards the beginning of this coming week. And so far looking like Tuesday may be dry as well, but we'll be fine tuning things as we get closer to that 7-day forecast for South Alabama. So again, tomorrow expect to be the drier day of anything for the next couple of days at least. And then we have better rain chances Thursday and Friday. And again, more significant rain totals possible, maybe a couple inches of rain in a good portion of southern Alabama with Thursday and Friday, which will help add on to what they've seen in the last 24 hours or so. And then again, we'll expect to start to dry out, maybe lingering showers a little bit longer into Saturday in South Alabama. But then after that, Sunday, Monday, and maybe Tuesday as well, looking pretty good. Well, that is your Alabama forecast update. We appreciate you watching us here on the Alabama Weather Network.